I think that Galaxy Racer are going to win this one as well. I think it is going to be a scrap. I think they're going to take it 4-3. And I think that we're going to see shades of old Vitality. Maybe Vitality go 3-1 up in the series, and we're questioning, are they back? Is this them again? And then Galaxy Racer step up into 8th gear at 37 miles per hour and may end up winning Smells Well.
That would be really slow if they did that.
All right, looks like we have Renault Vitality as the underdog here. Let's automatically shift into the game. Take it away, boys.
You can tell that Matt is an American. It's like, let's automatically shift or whatever. Let's get in the game.
He was so proud. That was good. I genuinely laughed. My laugh was not telegraphed stage laughter. That was real.
Do you normally fake laugh at Matt's jokes? He does. He truly does. Well, Cole, it's shocking to me that we have all gone for Galaxy Racer here. I'm intrigued to see what chat think. If they reckon it's going to be Vitality or Galaxy Racer win, let us know. We'll keep an eye on it. It won't be a Graphicon stream or anything. We don't have that kind of budget. But we'll keep an eye on it ourselves. Otherwise, Galaxy Racer, to me, just have more bite, more resilience, and the fact that they got a best-of-7 reverse sweep versus a very, very hot Dignitas is a fantastic result for them. And I think it shows them in their minds, yeah, we can really take the hammer to the cross.
Such a good result. If you can reverse sweep in a best-of-7, you can do anything. Most famously seen with Dignitas in the run-up to Season 8 in Madrid, where they managed to reverse sweep Barca just to make it there, and then they played probably the best Rocket League of their career when Yukio was still in that team. Galaxy Racer have to take the momentum that they built in doing this against Dignitas and run with it, and they've almost run with it there earlier on. I thought that was going straight in. I'll tell you who'll be particularly happy right now for Galaxy Racer, Stumpy. Ixo. Who, alongside me and the man from Endpoint, Virtuoso, beat CJ's team and also Arju's team in the finals of the crew battles, where I won my first ever Rocket League tournament. Let's talk about that for the next 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
What was CJ's ping out of interest?
Didn't see it. I wasn't looking at the scoreboard, mate. I was looking at the game.
Oh, okay. I think it was 3 to 400. Didn't he challenge you on Twitter?
Yeah, to a 1v1. We're going to be having a 1v1 in the next round.
The next LAN. Okay, I'm intrigued to see how that goes. I'll grab my Australian flags that I had in Vegas, I think I was giving them. Well, I'll be waving them. I'll dye my face Australian colours.
I said next LAN, so I've got 4 years to train. By that point, I should be fairly decent at 1v1.
And CJ might have earned as much money in OC as he did from coming second, so we take those.
1-0 to Galaxy Racer, the favourites in this one, at least according to our panel. Starting it off well, it was Arju with the first goal. Vitality are coming back. Oh, K-Dubs tried to squidge it home, but it's saved by Matane. The mechanical maestro he is right there. Ixo's dodged into that one. It's a decent start from Galaxy Racer. I just love the way these guys play, always keeping so much distance between each and every one of them, and the solo plays that they can conjure. That's really what woke them up against Dignitas. 1 or 2 of them worked out, and suddenly we saw how effective they were. Oh, no.
Oh, that was so close. That was a decent attempt at a save from Alpha, as he had to pre-jump it as well. Couldn't quite get the touch. Fairy Peak had to do as much as he possibly could to keep it away from the line. Doesn't manage to, and Galaxy Racer get their second goal. I think for me, Galaxy Racer are playing and have played how Vitality want to, where Vitality are normally so good with how they are, how they enjoy their solo plays, but also they have good spacing, and so they're able to go in for the team plays at the same time, but without overcommitting too far or stretching themselves thin. It's a very, very particular play style, and Alpha gets a shot on target. I think that is his first shot on target as well. So 1 shot, 1 goal, and Matane just not the pinch that he wanted. But yeah, Galaxy Racer to me have the solos, have those ability to do the team plays, and the mechanics. I think they're almost a Vitality that they want to be.
Yeah, that's very fair. Galaxy Racer as well as our Vitality, just a couple of series away from making this grand finals. There is real money on the line here in Beyond the Summit. We have a laugh, we have a joke. But last night in North America, exactly, that was an example of a joke and a laugh. Last night in North America, Space Station Gaming won $9,000 overall. It's $1,500 for being first place in their group, which they already were. Then a further $7,500 for winning the overall thing. So $7,500 minimum if you win this event is nothing to say no to. $2.5 grand each, a bit more than that even. Heading into Christmas, you would not say no to that. Would you say no to that?
I think I'd have to because I haven't played.
And you would say yes. If they said, do you want the prize money? You wouldn't go, no, I haven't played. You would say, yeah, go on then.
Well, no, it depends who I'm taking the prize money off. Is this just money that BTS have got lying about?
Matane.
Metane, so it's either me or Metane who gets the money. What's Metane saying?
Metane he's not been asked. It's just on you, mate.
So I get first refusal on his prize money?
Yeah. It's his reward for being MVP.
Seeing as I'm already being paid for this, I think I'd have to say no. And I think you're shocked by the fact I'd say no.
Yeah. Good integrity from you. I'm impressed.
No.
Christmas
okay,
spirit.
I'd say yes then.
Good man.
I did caroling yesterday, so I've learned all about the Christmas spirit from Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol.
Beautiful. Well, Matane has put this one home. It'll be full of Christmas spirit. He'll be saying, "Sir, don't you know what day it is? It's the day I score a third goal against Renault Vitality, sir."
Ixo as well, beating out Fairy Peak. That speed from this team has put them towards the top of the table. And I think Galaxy Racer are one of the teams that are so impressive for me that they have got so many varied game styles, yet keep the core mechanics and keep their speed up at every single time. Even when they were losing, they were still being fast. They just decided when they could be fast at the right times. What a catch from Ixo to follow
how's that ball gone high?
Oh.
From that angle, the fact that he got the first touch and actually was completely shifted the trajectory of the ball. He didn't just slow down its descent. He actually angled it back upwards off his car. It is stunning, the amount of control that all three of these players have when they're in the air. The trio of them, so dangerous. And you're right, they do also have the pace, and I think it's something that they're learning themselves, that they can afford to outpace teams as opposed to just slowing the ball down. We saw it against Dignitas, where Dignitas were the faster team for the first 3 games. It's how they won them. And yet, as soon as Galaxy Racer sped up, they managed to beat them at that game. But this one is still alive.
Yeah, with only 1 goal in it now and 9 seconds left, Fairy Peak has brought Vitality within sniffing distance of taking us to an overtime. Are they going to be able to? In this final 9 seconds, Vitality need a good kickoff to go their way. Will they fake it and go something special?
Ooh,
no, but it's a close cheat from Alpha, who didn't have enough boost to get there, but his positioning was fantastic. The ball is still high, so Keto can send it central. Fairy Peak with a shot high as well. Ixo, though, catches on the backboard, will just hit that low. Keto with the touch, helps it on from Ixo, who can then just let it drop. Clever follow-up. Galaxy Racer were stretched thin at the end, but managed to secure game number 1.
Well, Vitality went for the infield pass, which maybe suggests they didn't watch that series the other day against Dignitas, because Dignitas, that was working for them for the first 3 games, and then suddenly Galaxy Racer realized, in particular, the man who closed down that infield pass at the end, Arju, who is such a good defender. I know he scored 2 goals there, but he also got a couple of saves, and he is Galaxy Racer's most aware defensive unit. He is so quick to charge down these infield passes. Definitely keep an eye on him when Vitality are brewing something. But overall, good start for Galaxy Racer, and probably the way we're expecting the series to continue.
Yeah, I think something that people might not know about Galaxy Racer is, realistically, they're all quite new, at least at this high level. Ixo's been around for a few years now, but he's always sort of bubbled around the RLRS of old, obviously back in Season 9 sort of era, where he was playing on those teams that would end sort of mid-table-ish. He'd do well in a lot of weeklies, stuff like that. Matane and Arju, much less so. They went to a DreamHack or 2, especially Matane. He was famed at a DreamHack. They've done well to work through the RLCS and get themselves to such a known point. And I appreciate this is BTS, but it's the way that teams have got here. Galaxy Racer, if this event happened with a normal RLCS season preceding it, we wouldn't be seeing them here right now. And I love that we are, because it's given all 3 of them, everyone Galaxy Racer, a career.
Yes, absolutely. They are one of the teams that have pulled away from the rest of the teams that could have been where Galaxy Racer are now. These are the trio that have made it, and they've performed so well to do so. It was sad for Taz when he got dropped for Arju. It was a decision that I didn't approve of too much based on the first couple of games, but I was short-sighted. Arju now is really proving that he fits beautifully on this team. And it's because they're fast as well. I mean, we saw with Renault Vitality, when they played Endpoint the other day, Endpoint were faster pretty much throughout the entire series. The amount of times we'd see Virtuoso buzzing around, beating a Fairy Peak or beating a K-Dop completely to the ball, not even winning a 50-50, winning it cleanly, which is so rare against Vitality, who normally have the read ahead of every other team. Even there, look, Ixo in the air, beating 2 of them. Unbelievable.
Can then push down the other end. I mean, Arj was a little bit far away, playing a bit more defensively than maybe Ixo would have liked, but look, taking it round Fairy Peak. And making Vitality second to these balls is so important, because as soon as a team such as Vitality... oh, Caleb, you've got to let that go in.
Yeah,
as soon as you then see a team like Vitality get some space and get a little bit of confidence, bit of a foul pass there from Matane, then they get their confidence back. I do think that Vitality have had a weird shift in they've gone from thinking, oh, we could beat anyone because they could beat anyone, to when they lose a few games, they really start to get down and out on themselves. There's not a lot of confidence that they've got left in the tanks. The reserves struggle to fill up, and Galaxy Racer need to fully capitalize on that.
For so long, Renault Vitality seemed like the only team that were immune to that collapse. It happened to Dignitas when K-Dop ended up leaving, and Turbo, of course, left after that. It happened to NRG after the community events when they started losing everything. Space Station Gaming, they lost a couple of matches. Suddenly, they can't win an upper bracket game. They're coming out of that now, as we saw with that NA BTS victory last night. Renault Vitality, is it finally their turn? Because BDS are threatening to do something similar as well, actually. So, Vitality going to be the final team to be able to avoid that, or has it already happened to them?
I'm waiting for the top 3 in EU to be Endpoint, Train Hard, and Galaxy Racer. That's the world that I want to live in. But Vitality, of course, are still here on the same merit that Galaxy Racer are, coming through in 2-1 rather than a 2-0 like Galaxy Racer, but still a fantastic result from them. And now we are seeing Galaxy Racer trying to pummel down that door of Vitality, who are still one of the best teams in Europe. There's a lot that can be criticised about them, and they know those things as well. And it's us looking forward to seeing what they can do to fix it, because having more top teams is only good for Rocket League. It makes it so much more fun to watch. And
it is certainly Galaxy Racer that have started this second game the better. Vitality camped in their half, struggling to get rid of the ball. The patience there from Ixo, forcing Fairy Peak to try something a little bit fancy. And to be fair to Fairy Peak, he was able to do it to at least get the ball to halfway, but Matane's going to be reading it. Ixo's then coming in against Fairy Peak. Fairy Peak's touched into the middle again. Galaxy Racer, when they do get the ball embedded in the Vitality camp, they're keeping it there for a very long time. And actually, to be fair to Vitality, they've done well not to concede yet.
There's been a couple of chances for Galaxy Racer, but most of them shut down at the halfway line. Ixo gets that central to Matane, but the 50 with Fairy Peak will send it to the right-hand wing. Now Matane pretty much on his own. Can he flick it around K-Dop? Not quite. Faked him out, but that didn't work as well as he would hope. Sent long by Alpha, received by K-Dop. Actually bumps the defender out of the way. I think it was going for a redirect. Not today, mate.
Renault Vitality, the regular controllers of any given Rocket League pitch, are now the counter-attacking masters. What a bump that was in the air by K-Dop. A slice of genius there from the old guard to give Vitality a lead. And amazingly, it's Renault Vitality 1, Galaxy Racer 0 in this second game. Galaxy Racer are going to have to chase things a little bit more, which might let Renault Vitality out to double their lead fairly soon.
Yeah, the speed has not been the same in this second game. Maybe Vitality just shutting down slightly earlier, so they're not affording them to gain some speed. There's also the case that if you're playing Galaxy Racer, boost steal. Just ruin their day. Make it so they can't be quick.
Oh, they almost were quick enough there. There was a shot that came in. Not quite enough to go in, though, and Alpha can gratefully get this one away. He wants to get the block on Arju, but can't. And now they're just seeming a little bit more on the front foot of Vitality. Speeding from the floor a tad more. Happy to go for these early reads, these pre-jumps, which you have to do, as you say, Stumpy, to manage to slow down Galaxy Racer. Pre-jumps and boost steals. Alpha tries to win that one, but Matane from the side gets there. Then Ixo's coming in quickly as well.
I think that was... I had the same question as you. The reason why I'm happy that Ixo did that is because Arju was only underneath the ball. He can do much more from it, and Ixo, he could swipe him from the side, and he can sink it top corner. What a pass from the man he just cut off.
Yeah, look at that from Arju, and then bumping Alpha out the way as well. Not just Renault Vitality that can score bump goals, and I love that celebration. I first saw that from Turbo Pulsar, of all players. The least hilarious 4-time world champion we have, confirmed.
The only, yeah.
Exactly, and then there he is, busting that out. You gotta love it.
That was nice. That reminds me of going to a club.
Oh.
Do you remember them?
Why have you said that?
Do you remember them then getting an horrible burger on the way out? Oh, Alpha's got a chance. How was there that much time for Alpha to hold down a boost from his own corner and just drive at it?
I mean, I was saying the whole time, and now my throat hurts. So that was a lot of R-ing. And there was a lot of umming and ahhing from the Galaxy Racer defense there as well. No one was closing Alpha down. He slams it into the goal. 2-1 Renault Vitality. They've come back alive with a strange goal. Can Galaxy Racer get back into it? Let's see. Matane's going to put it into the center. And then Fairy Peak's all alone. Galaxy Racer camped back. There's a miss from Ixo. And surely, unless that touch is good as it was, this is going to be Vitality win. Oh, here we go. Hang about. Arju's shooting. Matane can keep it up. Oh, Matane's touch wasn't ideal. He's so desperate. The ball just wouldn't land. It's so frustrating when that happens.
That was so thrown away by Galaxy Racer, but Alpha taking full advantage. Got both of his goals in that game. The second one, I feel like should have been saved. The shot, though, managed to go just a slightly behind Matane and also in the path of the other defender. Didn't quite see who it was. And so they didn't know who was meant to go for it. But I feel like that was definitely an odd one. And the goal that you would see in a Champ 3 game, at the end of the day, though, every single goal counts the same. A quadruple flip reset like I or Cole could score, or just it ball at net hard like Alpha can score.
Yeah, Alpha is a master of the shots you shouldn't miss training pack. He is there all day long. It's the only thing he grinds. It's a wonder that he's so good in the air when he just cares about his shooting skills so much. But it worked out that time. He slammed it in, and suddenly Vitality have a victory. I don't think they'll be too happy about their performance so far today, even though they did manage to steal that second game. And I do think they're going to come back stronger in this third one. I mean, they have to, really. If they continue to play like that, then Galaxy Racer will see this one away. I'm surprised as well that Vitality won that one. For the sake of the series, though, I'm very happy they did. And we've got parity in Game 3.
Both these teams are inevitably going to ramp up how they play, the style that they go for. They're going to get more flary, more mechanical as they get warmed up. This is the first series of the day. Rarely a banger, you know, for the first couple of games, but then it all happens. Yeah, Game 5, 6, and 7s are typically pretty crazy.
That's completely fair, and that's what we've seen throughout this time. So we will say that they've been trading blows. Was it the reversing that you liked there?
It was Ixo, and the ball just in front of him. It was like he was running away. Just like, nope, 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 I don't want this. Nope, no, no, no. I want Ixo POV there, because that was so fun to watch.
It was a bit like Crash Bandicoot, you know, when you're running away from the boulder.
Yeah.
With Ixo looking at his car coming towards his screen, trying to dodge the TNT and the dynamite. He did well.
Is TNT just sticks of dynamite put in a box? Or are they different things?
Not sure. I was looking for a witty thing to say. Can't think of anything. I know that it doesn't jump and gurgle in the same way Nitro does.
Very true. And also, you can set C4 on fire.
And it won't blow up.
And it won't explode because it needs a current to go through it.
Do not try this at home.
Well, no, if you've just got if you're getting C4 for Christmas, whack it on the figgy pudding and see what happens.
That's funny because you want C3 for Christmas, don't you, mate? You want Champ 3.
I do, mate. That's what I'm here for. And Alpha, mate, he's 54. Goal. That no, good. Yeah, good goal. Fair play, Alpha. Underneath too.
Oh, he spun round and everything. That was actually a really nice finish. You've got two Galaxy Racer goalkeepers charging at you. You have to find the one place in the goal that is aimable at. And Alpha did exactly that with some aerial maneuverability. So 1-0 run of Vitality. Still not a complete performance from them, but they're scoring the goals that they need to score, and scoring goals has been a bit of a problem for them in recent times. That's a clever bumping, and then K-Dop throws himself in front of that Matane-shaped bullet
Mr. President.
to defend a goal coming in against them. Vitality, they're grinding this out. I mean, this, we've forgotten, but this is what Vitality have always done. If they can't control series, and they are playing badly, they were the team that would still win.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing there, that little spark of magic that they bring up when they need to. Wang about.
Oh, that is such a nice touch from Ixo. Sends it off his nose at 124 kph. Look at that pass too. Just sends it like a laser beam and has them activate in the net.
That is my teammate. I taught him that in crew battles, mate.
Can you calm down? You won 30 quid.
I actually didn't. It was...
Well, no, because as your agent and best friend, I get 95% of all your winnings.
Oh, in that case, 30 quid, let's go.
Yeah, there we go. No, I think, right, I would say Vitality by no means are playing badly. I think they're actually being very clever. Because I think they're controlling the narrative of this game. Game 1, it was all Galaxy Racer. They were having speed. They were going as fast and had as much boost control as they wanted. This time, look, K-Dop is removed Arju from the pitch. Fairy Peak getting all touches over the top, making them just double commit in awkward places and slowing down the conveyor belt of shark's teeth that Galaxy Racer normally are.
Well, that smartness from Alpha almost completely backfired as it could have pinched into his own goal. It was saved by a scurrying back K-Dop. Here we go. Oh, K-Dot! Oh, that was brilliant with no
Go on, K-Dot, leave! Get out!
He was so attached to the play because he knew how close he was to scoring a cool goal. He didn't want Alpha to come in. K-Dot was like, this one's mine, don't you worry.
Cool goal?
It would have been.
That was like a 2016 dribble. He like,
No.
yes, it was. He hit it a bit, then it went over. It's one goal that if we scored on our stream, we'd say that's an us dribble. Like, where we don't do anything fancy, we do what we can do, and that is get the ball above us, then do a single jump.
Yeah, but we're doing it against defenders who've never played the game. He would have done it against Ixo or Arju or whatever. That's what makes it impressive. The simple things are impressive when they're done against pro players.
I don't think that makes them impressive. I think it makes them practical. Regardless, it was a decent shot. It was, and I'm happy that he went for it, of course. Oh my... Right, we're seeing a musty. Surely we're seeing a musty flick.
Are you seriously telling me that that was more impressive than K-Dop's dribble?
I think it might have been.
Okay. Also, regardless isn't a word. You don't have to say the ear. Just say regardless.
Doesn't mean the same thing, regardless and irregardless.
Well, that's the point. That's why.
Yeah, but then you have flammable and inflammable. They mean the same thing, right?
Yeah, no, that's silly, isn't it? It shouldn't be.
Oh, it's silly. Okay, so is it a word or is it just a word that Cole doesn't like?
I think that irregardless isn't a word. It's there's a word. Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, fair enough. I can't argue with the dictionary.
It's on merriam-webster.com.
Can't argue with Merry Dub Dubs.
Big on Merry Dub Dubs. And everybody, have a Merry C Dubs. And a happy N Dubs. You're a band.
Yeah, Dappy. Have a Dappy N Dubs.
And the other, what was the other N Dubs called?
I don't know, mate. I'm amazed that you knew Talisa and I knew Dappy. It's done well to get 2/3. Cash out on 66%. What a dribble from K-Dop. He's so good on the floor. There's Meister in chat says irregardless is not a word, and he used caps on not.
He's wrong. What a world. Look at Merriam-Webster, mate. Merry Dub Dubs don't lie.
Merry Dub Dubs has spoken.
All right, it's going to be 0 seconds though, Cole, and overtime, unless Vitality can manage to get a goal here. Chance to.
Wait.
Very peak though, yeah, got it off his roof, landed it in the middle of the final third of Galaxy Racer, and now they are both at 1 apiece. Who's going to be taking this overtime in your head, Cole? Because to me, Vitality look better.
Yeah, Vitality...
okay.
will find a way to win it. They do need to stop getting in each other's way, though. There's been about 3 times. I've laughed at it each time, but now it's turning into a bit of a thing where they've had a half chance and then another Vitality player has flown in out of nowhere and literally tackled them. So that's something they need to stop doing. Maybe they're messing about and having a laugh in comms, but it's not the cleanest Rocket League from them so far. I do still think they'll win this one, though, because they will find a way. They have Alpha on the field. How not? Good touch from Fairy Peak. K-Dop's been taken out of the game. That's better. Fairy Peak was called off it by Alpha, and that lets Alpha do his mechanical thing, which almost worked out until Matane made a decent save. Arju's flying off to Narnia, which means that K-Dop can shoot. Vitality should win it here, but it's saved by Matane and then Arju, and then Ixo dives in at the end. Galaxy Racer survive.
Oh, that is such a good series of plays in Galaxy Racer 2. I don't think there were double commits on that either, which is pretty incredible to me. Because that's the point where all 3 players jump up to hit the same ball, 2 of them miss, and then it's just pretty much a roll-in. But Alpha, getting rid of Ixo, does leave that right channel open for Matane. You can get a second touch, but not round it enough to send it goalward.
Should have mustied there, Matane. Genuinely, if someone who has his mechanical skill could have mustied that to get some more height on the ball, the way he was dodging into it would have slowed it down. They do have another chance combining in front of the goal. Arju's flying in as the 3rd man. Galaxy Racer starting to get a little bit of momentum in this overtime, but all it will take will be one decent Vitality touch to send the ball packing. But K-Dop can't get it. Ixo puts it there, then gets another touch. They're doing so well. They have time, but they're forcing their own time as well. They're putting the ball into space really cleverly and thinking ahead before they make that touch, so they are there for the next one.
Oh my word, how has that managed to fall well for Vitality? But from Ixo to Matane, back again, but K-Dop can save it away. Now it's a chance for the double play. Alpha wanted to get the double touch, but cleared away by the defender. K-Dop on his own on the left, has really good space, gets it central. Fairy Peak is there. Go for the shot. Double commit,
He's got it.
Matane isn't able to get back, and yet again, it's Vitality grinding out a goal.
They are the Vitality machine, finding ways to score goals. K-Dop was just slowing down Matane. I don't know if it made any difference in the end, but good work from him to stay alert when he was not involved in the play directly. And there is Vitality, a pair of goals from Alpha 54. His solo plays aren't working, but his finishing is actually really decent today, Alpha. And it's good to see Vitality scoring assisted goals, because they have recently started to become... They've fallen out of sync with each other somewhat. So the fact that K-Dop is assisting Alpha, I think that's a really good sign for Vitality, both for this series and maybe for further on in the tournament.
I mean, K-Dop also had 6 shots himself, so I don't quite know how those assists came in, whether he was shooting at the net, missed, and then it was just Alpha who then followed up and got a shot of his own or whatever it ended up being. But you're right, it's nice to see that there are assists coming out no matter how they do end up being there. I've been impressed with Alpha because for the last game and this current game we've just seen, he's been on top and he has been the goal scorer for Vitality. So to have Alpha in a good position is great. I think Fairy Peak has been a little bit quiet, but equally early game, early days. The fact there's a double elim, I don't think will worry either team here too much. I think they'd back themselves to get through the lowers pretty handily. But Vitality are now 2-1 up. And as we said right at the start, they're just brute forcing their way through. They're doing exactly what they need to do. They are being scrappy and they're not worrying too much about what Galaxy Racer want to do because they're shutting it down at the earliest convenience.
Plus, the beauty of Fairy Peak, aside from his hair, which is absolutely fabulous, yeah, apart from that though, like his in-game beauty, is the fact that he does not care if he's having a quiet series, if his team...
Osu.
He is not going... Like, because, listen, shut up and let me do some analysis. Fairy Peak is more than happy to chill as a third man. I'm doing some analysis.
I'm doing some analysis, Mom. Shut up. I don't want my nugs.
Fairy Peak won't care if he's being quiet if Alpha and K-Dop are fighting each other and scoring goals, was my point. So it's not a worry for Vitality that he's having a quiet series in a solo sense.
Fairy Peak is one of the least selfish people that we have ever seen in Rocket League. He's just... When his team are doing well, good enough for him. Doesn't matter where he places. And it's always good to have something like that on the team. So, Vitality, having that lead is maybe worrying Galaxy Racer a little bit. But at the same time, we can't put enough weight on the fact that they did reverse sweep Dignitas in that best of 7. The 11th team ever to do so. That's no easy thing whatsoever. So, mentality is still going to be great for Galaxy Racer. As it is for Vitality, I expect for there to be just an amazing series ahead of us.
The goals have dried up, though, for Galaxy Racer. Scored 3 in the first game and only 1 in games 2 and 3. So going to need to up that number, one would suspect, because Vitality are finding ways to breach their defense, even if the ways they are finding are a little bit dodgy. Was Fairy Peak Goomba stomped there by Matane as he rotated out, or did he just fake his jump? Not quite sure, but either way, it's K-Dop. A catch in the centre and can dribble away. Arju's desperate for the ball to come out wide to him. It almost does, but Alpha was too fast. Would you say the speed advantage is still there for Galaxy Racer?
I think definitely less so. I think Galaxy Racer have the fastest ceiling that they can reach, but Vitality doing an amazing job slowing it down. Ixo punts that out of the net, and I think he got bumped by his teammate because the ball comes out from Alpha, and then... No, he doesn't. I thought his team was right behind him. Wow.
Yeah, that is a big old bang there from Ixo. You can see why the DJ and the lights man are so excited about that goal, because that has some power behind it. Lights everywhere, beautiful smoke. You gotta love it. 1-0 Galaxy Racer, an important goal. Ixo's 3rd in a row for Galaxy Racer as well. Arju almost gets involved, then Matane follows up, and suddenly it seems that the speed advantage is back for Galaxy Racer.
The dam has broken. This is starting to end their drought. Vitality can't quite get out of their back third. Galaxy Racer, 2 goals now. And Vitality, though having most of the pressure, haven't had enough to get one of their own.
That can change very quickly. We've seen Vitality come back with mere seconds left when they've needed more than 2 goals in their time. So, right, nothing off just yet as far as this game is concerned, especially with K-Dop winning that one. And then Fairy Peak doing it. Yeah, I think they've just made a conscious decision to turn it on after that second goal has gone in. They are flying in left, right, and centre, believing they can beat Galaxy Racer to the ball at this point. Alpha's going to go solo on this occasion. Good to mix those in. So I love this. It's great to see Alpha going for solo plays after a little bit of team play from Vitality. Instead of doing it, you know, over and over again and overdoing it. That's a really good balance for them right now. No! Why has he gone for that?
No, it's worse. Because he went for it and thought, nah, not mine, actually. And so used 30 boost to do absolutely nothing. It didn't lead to a goal or anything. It was just a lapse in concentration from K-Dop, and it looked hilarious.
It's just what it stands for, though, right? When I'm saying, yeah, Vitality are really balanced, the 3 of them understanding each other, suddenly you aerial directly upwards and your team gets it first, you feel very silly.
Having Alpha or whoever it was just call you off and be like, no, that's just not yours. I don't know why you've decided to go for that. But with 90 seconds left, Vitality need to get their first goal. That's a good chance. Cleared away by Arju to the corner. And then bumped back by Igso. Now the solo from Fairy ends up going above the bar. K-Dub gets chased down by Arju. Cleared away long by Igso. Matane will turn away from that. As that is again just in.
Party time. Ixo scored. There it is. That goal slightly less deserving of the full stadium treatment, but I doubt Ixo will care because his team have just gone 3-0 up and surely secured game number 4. I love that, by the way, earlier, Stumpy, you called a Fairy Peak snapshot a solo play. He just shot.
Yeah, it was a shot. Was it assisted?
Okay. No, I guess not. I mean,
there you are. That was
that
assisted. No, so it's not a solo play, so it was assisted. Look, and it was literally a pass. Look.
It was just funny. I wasn't having a go.
Straight down.
I'm not going to subreddit and say you're an idiot.
Too,
it was just quite funny.
Well.
Okay.
Look at that.
Well done, Fairy.
One solo play.
And the other?
One passing play.
I see.
Because it is a passing play if it's just one pass.
It was just funny. I thought it was humorous.
Was it a cool, cold joke? People will think we hate each other.
Yeah, they'll think that, won't they?
Yeah.
2 goals needed.
2 goals needed now for Vitality. Are they going to be able to do it?
Come on.
No, I don't want to anymore. I'm going to crack open a nice fresh monster.
2 goals needed now for Renault Vitality, and they have got
shush.
45 seconds in which to do it. Well, it's now 35 seconds. Now. Good drink. You enjoying that?
Yeah, really good. That was a good bump as well, to be fair, at the back. Arju just got in the way of the defender.
One sec, I'm opening my drink.
Oh, that was a good one. I like that. That was a lovely, delicious Monster Energy.
Monster Punch energy.
Fairy Peak sends it back, finds K-Dub, who does take it too far back after the awkward touch. It's just being shut out in the midfield repeatedly, and Igso, with his hat-trick goal, gets 4 for Galaxy Racer. They're now clear by 3. This game is over. We are even going into game 5.
Yeah, a bit of a double commit there, but it was a smart one. They knew that one of them would win that ball, and all it would have taken was a touch from either, and they do restore the 3-goal lead. They completely kill this game, and I think Galaxy Racer, because they keep so much space away from one another, they're so good at keeping a lead. I think even if there was only 1 goal in it there, as opposed to the 2, which it was until they scored their last one most recently, I still would have backed them, because I just trust this team to, if they are defending only 1 goal, to not double commit, to not do anything silly, to see it away, to keep their distance, to have that 3rd man back. Everything that your coach loves. Whoever your coach is, if someone's trying to learn Rocket League, watch Galaxy Racer, because they play in such a clean way.
I love how a second ago, Alpha had, I think, 15 boost, and he nearly scored a double tap. Like, from hitting the ball from himself onto the backboard, he just managed his boost so perfectly that his shot was only just above the bar. He sent it too high, which is very impressive. In the end, though, Galaxy Racer, they win game number 4. We go into 5. It's looking like a very, very even series with momentum toing and froing, ebbing and flowing, swinging and swaying, upping and downing, lefting and righting, Christmas and New Yearing. And every single time, it looks like one of these teams is going to run away with it, and then the other comes back and fights.
Yeah, they are toing and froing underneath the mistletoeing. And I think that, I don't know who favourite is here. Honestly, I'm not sure.
I think there is one now.
No, I don't think there is either. I could see either team running away with it and winning a couple of games. I could see either team winning the next 2 games easily, 4-1, 5-0, and just smacking the other one equally. I could see it being back and forth all the way.
But then game 6 would be even again. Or like it would then swing the other way and it'd be a smash for the other team.
Perhaps that's most likely. All we can do, Stumpy Goblin, is sit back and watch.
And cast.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Have we got it?
Yeah, we're paid to do that bit. And open up 3 more cans of Monster Energy TM. No, I've already got 1 open.
Okay, the game begins. Really important one. Whoever wins this will be on match point. There'll be a slender lead in a best of 7, but you wouldn't say no, as Renault Vitality gets some neat little passing plays to at least get some distance on the ball. But when you're up against Galaxy Racer, get as much distance as you want, because if they've got 100 boost and control of it, they're going to send the ball all the way back to your goal.
We've actually not seen any solo plays coming out from Matane, really, as far as I can think. And him and I mean, all of them, realistically. But Igso... I was hoping that would go in. That would
Pogo play.
No matter who that was, that just has to go in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that looked really special.
Yeah, we've not seen Matane go for too much solo, and it's definitely a weapon that hasn't been explored a huge amount. That runaway ball, though, will fall to Fairy Peak, and it will be the first goal.
At the start of the series, I was saying that, Galaxy Racer have started off the better. They're having all the plays. Vitality are struggling to deal with them. Is there a chance I misread it, and this is Vitality's plan? Allow Galaxy Racer to attack and score counterattacks. Because we've actually seen it pretty consistently throughout this series. The Vitality have been able to get themselves runaway goals, and in that case, for Fairy Peak, 3 goals. Just from one dunk, one charge down, suddenly they're in the lead.
It's annoying because that goal just came from Arju trying to keep it close when then there was a very high chance he would be attacked instantly because he was the third man.
Look how far that
And,
was in.
and he should have, I think he should have just sent it long. Fairy Peak, though, was clever in that the challenge did come in and did get the goal from it regardless. And that, that pass just hits the post. That was such a good pass. And centered again, but off the crossbar chance. Alpha cleared away. This is more defense coming out from Galaxy Racer. What are you?
It's defense from Galaxy Racer, but the shooting from Vitality. I was desperate to see one of those go in because the passes were so perfect, and I love it when this team combines. Sadly, though, it remains 1-0 only to Renault Vitality. There's been a few near misses in this game for both teams. Some stunning goals have gone awry. But it's Vitality that keep this lead, and they are defending deeply. I certainly would say now, having watched a bit more, that is part of the game plan, and perhaps I didn't give them enough credit for that. Perhaps because they're slightly wounded at the moment. I saw it as a lack of confidence as opposed to anything 400 IQ. But as the series goes on and Galaxy Racer continue to struggle for goals, they have been in this game and have been pretty much consistently until the last one. They suddenly scored 4. It makes a little bit more sense. And Galaxy Racer are continuing to knock on this door, but there's no goals flying in just yet. Nothing's happening. There's a shot there from Matane. Oh no! Almost gets it over Fairy Peak. And I was thinking earlier, you know when you said Galaxy Racer were defending so well on their goal line because while they were in double commit territory, they still didn't?
Yeah.
Vitality don't care about that. Even when they're at their best, if they're on the goal line, all 3 of them are chucking themselves at the ball if they have to. It's something they've always done, and right there we see that it works.
Just about works. But that'll do.
Yeah, exactly.
I think when you said about Vitality, is this their game plan? I don't think it would have been going into the series. I think going into the series, and game 1 was evident of that, Vitality tried to outpace Galaxy Racer, and that then didn't work. It started to work a little bit later on, but I don't think that's how they went into it. I think now they are just playing a practical game, and now they're going for the counter-attack style, because they are a very clever team. They can adapt incredibly well. They're one of the most adaptive teams, and what does impress me about them is how many styles of play they can go for. This one is counter-attack Vitality, and also every now and then just try and outspeed them. Make sure that they don't just get all the touches they want, because Matane and Ixo specifically are very lethal when that happens. Fairy Peak just wants to hold K-Dot's hand out the car window though.
Well, I was watching Fairy Peak. I was about to compliment him on how he's taking his time there, because I love when pro players don't immediately hit the ball. They let it bounce in front of them, then take that touch. And then K-Dot flies in from the side out of nowhere just to make it all look a little bit more ugly and scrappy. But hey, again, it worked. Vitality are in work mode right now, where any second you're thinking this is going to stop working, and yet it does. The classic Vitality play style. And there's only 40 seconds left. This game has gone very quickly. That's what Galaxy Racer will be saying. Probably exhausting for Vitality to keep up this style of play, but so far so good for them. Forcing Galaxy Racer into double commits, even though Matane did keep plenty of boost, so was able to rotate out pretty quickly. Fairy Peak's trying to slow it down. And Alpha needs to make a decision here. Does he go for this or not? He decided against it. I think he was tempted to try and beat his opponent to the ball, but knew he was the third man.
It's because K-Dot was there in a great position and could just interrupt instead. So instead of Alpha having to come forward and then hoping that the ball doesn't get popped over him, he can just let K-Dot come in from behind and let it happen. But now, mate, the final 10 seconds is going to be seeing Vitality have the upper hand. Ixo up, can drop it central. Arju's there. Sent high, though. The double bump out of the way. Popped up. Matane 50s it with 2 of them. But instead, Vitality stay firm. K-Dot getting MVP this game. A lot of those saves coming in for him. And Vitality are now on series point.
It seems apt that the top scorer for Renault Vitality was the player that didn't score a goal in KDOP just because of his saves and just because of his solidity. And I know what everybody is thinking. That is indeed a performance that Big Sam Allardyce, the new West Bromwich Albion manager, would be proud of. Grinding out a 1-0 victory, much like Big Sam's play style, is exactly what Vitality have done there. Very rarely will you see a grinded out 1-0 victory in Rocket League. That is a collector's item, my friend. You don't think that was Big Sam Allardyce?
Who the hell is Sam Allardyce?
He's West Bromwich Albion's new manager. He's never been relegated from the Premier League. He basically comes into teams that are 19th, 20th, makes them draw 0-0 or sometimes win 1-0 for an entire season. All the fans hate him, but the boards of directors are like, yep, kept us in the Prem. That's another few million in the bank. Genuinely. He would have been proud of that performance.
He would have been proud of that 1-0 sit back, see what happens. Wow,
Yes.
okay, wow. Any Sam Allardyce fans in chat? Any West Bromwich Albion fans in chat?
No, they don't exist.
Oh, right, respect, fair enough. That was a good performance by Vitality. Did what they needed to do. Very practical, very pragmatic. Didn't overextend. Didn't try and do too much. Did exactly as they were asked. And that 1-0 will be the first 1-0 that we are seeing as well. The first game with only one goal. Yep, so that's the lowest amount of goals that you can have in a game, of course.
The lowest.
It is the lowest, yeah, along with every other 1-0, because they're the same number. So now, yes, it is. And so now, game number 6, Vitality win one more. They go through to the winners' finals, and whoever loses, they face Giants in the lowers.
Interesting times. Will Vitality play this one a little bit more on the front foot? It seems they are from the beginning. They seem a little bit more happy to chill on the blue half of the pitch. You can watch Kate up there. Was pretty reluctant to rotate back as the third man. That was going over K-Dop's head, I think it was. Oh no, it's K-Dop that's got his air dribble. It must have been Fairy Peak's head that it went over. And Alpha can follow up. Will he suddenly wake up here, Stumpy? He's had a decent series for a normal player, but not a stunning Alpha-y series. So I would love to see him bust something out and just spring to life here if Vitality are going to win this one.
That is the thing, that Alpha has got, I mean, all of them have so much to offer that we've not seen for a while. And they seem to be defaulting to this hunker down, hope that we do well, maybe we can Sam Allardyce it and see what happens, thank you. And it's going well for them, and that 50 goes incredibly well for Alpha, getting the first goal. Look at this pass down from K-Dop, using the ceiling, and the 50 from Alpha double taps it off the defender.
Tell me why I'm excited that it's a ceiling pass, Stumpy.
Ceiling passes are the future of Rocket League. Honestly, everyone's going to do them. Everyone will. If you're thinking right now, oh, not many ceiling passes, why are you so happy? It's because there's going to be. I called this meta a year and a half ago, and I was too early. But now it's coming into fruition. My trees are bearing fruit.
Ahead of your time, just like Sam Allardyce was in 1907 with his style of football.
How old he is?
No, it's
1907 famed for 1-0? What's the link?
The link is that he plays ancient style of football. So in 1907, he would have been ahead of his time, whereas now today in 2020, he's behind his time.
So when is Sam Allardyce's time? Sometime in World War II?
Probably the 80s, I think. 1970s, 80s was Sam Allardyce's time.
Oh, mate, this is time for Fairy Peak and Vitality, though. That ball... The ball goes very slow, very low in the center, and Fairy Peak capitalizing on it turns very nicely. It's that, I think that's part of his Wands brain and his inherent Rocket League genius, where he knows where the ball's going to go after the touch, and so can have that analysis of should I turn for this, should a teammate? And he turns, he gets the goal, and completely takes the defense off guard.
We haven't seen panicky Vitality today, which is nice, at least not since game 1 or so. So I actually back them to keep this lead. And in recent times, 2-0, a 2-0 lead for Vitality is scary for their fans. Whereas I feel now, if I'm watching this and I'm wearing the black and yellow and I'm rooting for them, I'm pretty confident that they're going to find a way to keep Galaxy Racer out for a little while. But I could be wrong. There's Alpha arriving. And then Fairy Peak finishes the job. K-Dot keeping them away now. Their defense is back. Their solidity is back. Their belief is back. Maybe.
Alpha's save there was sensational. I don't know why he jumped for that. Fairy Peak clearly had it. That was an amazing save from Alpha. He had a 1-1 versus Matane, who, in the end, did send it away too early. Took the early snapshot. Fairy Peak, what a pre-jump.
Pre-jumps, yes.
It was great play from them, and then immediately a double commit, which is a bit odd. But with the 2 minutes left, Vitality, this is now their wheelhouse.
Yeah, you can see the confidence coming in there. 2 of them pre-jumping. There've been a few double commits, but there always have been for Vitality, so we can let them off in that regard. But the fact that they were up so early against Galaxy Racer, that could still work, though. But K-Dop is covering his team, but then Alpha winning it in the air. Renault Vitality looking better than we've seen them in a long time. And make no mistake, a victory against Galaxy Racer in a best of 7 could be massive for the confidence of Renault Vitality. But they still have to finish the job, and it's just got 100% harder, 50% harder, an amount of percent harder.
Christ.
Sorry, it's just got doubly hard, hard, 100%.
100.
Because there were 2 goals to survive. Now there's 1.
Now there's 1 goal, but
it's
then
half as easy.
So it's
doubly
got
hard.
50% easier for Galaxy Racer, and therefore 200% harder for Vitality.
I believe so. Doubly hard.
Doubly hard for but. No, because I guess we have to factor in, is overtime good or bad for Vitality?
Bad, because they don't want it to hit overtime. 100% of the time it hits overtime, it's bad for them because they have this lead. That's why Alpha tried to keep that one out. Otherwise,
that's why Alpha saved it.
Yeah, otherwise let it go in for the overtime, which might have been good for Vitality.
So he doesn't want to be conceded. Okay, that makes
exactly.
sense. Like that.
Yeah. 200% harder.
200%. Is that your final answer?
Yes, I think it is. Doubly hard
chat,
is what.
Tell us why he's wrong.
Why are you not joining me on this sinking ship?
No, I'll join you, but I'm joining you softly.
Oh, please.
Oh, he was there for that as well.
That'd be so arduous to have a quiet series and then pop up with just the best goal you'll see all millennium. Could have been beautiful. But Galaxy Racer, we're going to keep barreling down now on Renault Vitality, who are trying to stay as solid as they can. This is a disgusting pre-jump. Oh my god.
Oh, he went too low.
Please.
It's the final 35 seconds though, and Galaxy Racer need a goal here. Matane with a shot on target forces the 3-man defense into the shot from K-Dot. Well, that's a great shot as well. How on earth did Vitality come out of that situation well? Final 20 seconds, still a goal behind.
Galaxy Racer are going to have to try and ignore the fact that they've had these missed chances and just keep on attacking. They're still trying to set each other up, but Vitality are reading it fairly easily at this point. Never thought I'd say this, but they need to go a little bit more solo, but they've got no boost to do it with. Ixo into the middle. Didn't want it to go there, but Matane is going to be able to dribble it away, or at least try to. Archie's too far away. It's not happening for Galaxy Racer. Vitality are going to win this with the best darn series result in a best of 7 there is. It's Renault Vitality 4, Galaxy Racer 2.
That is a very impressive result for Vitality. I truly saw them not doing as well in that series as they ended up doing. And I'm happy that they managed to turn it round. It was a style of play that we've seen them start to lean towards more. What are our opponents doing? Okay, we don't like that. Instead, we'll control the narrative. We'll change what everyone's seeing. We'll change the pace of the ball so frequently that the fast style of Galaxy Racer can't come out. And a 4-2 is exactly what they needed. They will be proceeding on to the winners' finals, whereas Galaxy Racer gets sent to the lowers to face Giants later on.
Well, are Vitality good again, or are they still kind of bad? We'll find out after this break.
What is up, chat? Welcome back to the Rocket League Summit 2, the playoff edition. We are fueled by Monster Energy and sponsored by Juke.gg. It's your boy Smellsworth. I'm here with Cole and Stumpy, and we just witnessed Renault Vitality take a win over Galaxy Racer to advance on to play the Vodafone Giants. And I may have spoke too soon. It looks like we actually have a slight treat for y'all, and we are joined in the studio today by none other than Fairy Peak from Renault Vitality.
Oh, that's so rare that my teammate don't want to go for this interview.
Yeah, so what does it feel like up here to the top right? Yep, that's me. How did today's games feel for you guys? You've been, putting it lightly, struggling a bit lately. How did today's games feel for you?
I mean, yeah, like the last tournament and even a bit of this one, we were playing a bit like it was like a coin flip, most likely. And today we play pretty good. Like we have a good communication, good everything. So hopefully we can make it to the final and win the whole thing. But yeah, this match, we're really happy about it. And hopefully we can keep this momentum to the next games.
I've been backing you, Fairy. The Vitality are a team that a lot of us can just never write off. And I firmly believe that you guys can make it back to the summit of EU Rocket League. I think that it's good to have you there just because you guys are all so old school. It's a good thing for me to see you at the top. I'm curious, though, Fairy. We're approaching Christmas, and it's been a long, tough year. And I've seen a lot of tweets, particularly from top blokes, and I think BDS as well, saying that they're calming down, they're relaxing, they're not taking it quite as seriously as they have been. Is there any chance that you guys are doing the same in this event?
No, and I think to be fair, I don't know, it's an excuse for me. It's Christmas that you play bad, like, you just assume you didn't play really good, and if you play, like, stupid cards, then take it on yourself, but don't, like, rely on, like, you playing bad card and saying, okay, I will lose because we don't want to play this tournament because it's Christmas. So, yeah, I mean,
Good
it's
man.
up to them. Maybe it's the case, so good for them, but no, I think, like, it's Rocket League. You're professional, you have to play, like, this tournament, like, professionally.
Well, I'm excited to see how Vitality do continue through this bracket as well, because it's not a small amount of money at all. You're winning yourself $7,500 if you do end up taking it. And Fairy, I have a question for you about Christmas. You've got a wonderful little dog, and I've loved seeing the pictures of him on Twitter. I wonder, what have you got your little puppy for Christmas?
Like, just some bones.
The carcass from the turkey.
She just thinks about eating every time. So, like, if I give her more foods, she's just gonna love it.
How old is she now?
She's 1.5 years.
Oh,
1 year
bless.
and a half, I don't know.
She's lovely.
Did you get Alpha and K-Dop the same thing?
Not really. Alpha is gonna, like, open 1 million pack on FIFA.
Is he playing loads of FIFA
No,
at the
joking.
moment still?
He's playing less FIFA. Like,
Okay. Was that, tell you what, my new question. Did you and K-Dop tell him off for playing as much FIFA as he was?
What?
Did you and K-Dop tell him off for playing loads of FIFA?
No, not really. Like, he just played it a lot, and then he
Did
came
the
back on
internet?
Rocket
The
League.
internet did that for you, I think.
Yeah, no problem. I saw a lot of things.
Okay, excellent. Well, what are your predictions for you guys for the rest of the tournament? Are we seeing a grand finals Vitality run like Days of Old?
Yeah, hopefully we can make it to the finals. Then I don't have the bracket, but the next match is
Dignitas or
against
Endpoint?
Dignitas.
Yeah, Dignitas Endpoint. You
I
played the
don't
winner.
know. I think if Dignitas are on a good day like they were on the first days, I think they can make it. If they're playing a bit, like, sloppy, like when they were up 3-0 and then they got reverse swept.
They did, didn't they?
I think it can be hard, but I think they can still make it. I think they're good teams. They just need to have, like, good momentum. And Endpoint are still pretty good. Depends the day too, but yeah, I don't know.
Do you have a preference?
Maybe Endpoint.
Okay. Well, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No, I was like, and then the lower bracket, but, like, there's no match, but now there's giant.
Oh, you won't be in the
against-
lower
Yeah,
bracket.
you don't have to worry about that, Barry.
Okay, no problem.
Okay, well, you heard it here, folks. Vitality feeling like the days of old. They're playing well, and they're not taking any time off this Christmas. But we are going to take a little bit of a break, and we'll be right back with the next matches.